Good evening everyone, saya Ravina dari Endeavor Indonesia, Project Lead for Checkup ID. $15 billion revenue, 1.5 million jobs from over 1,700 entrepreneurs. For over 2 decades, Endeavor has made its mark, supporting the ecosystem by being the leader of high-impact entrepreneurship movement around the world. In 33 markets, they launched their first affiliate office in Indonesia in 2012. From 61 cities, we were able to actually select 42 entrepreneurs, and through that, they've worked so hard every day to create $800 million revenue and 7,700 job creation. How did we do it? Endeavor supports by providing networks, access to mentors, which Paong is also a part of, access to talent, access to capital. But we thought, how do we actually share the knowledge, their challenges to greater mass? And this is how we came up with the idea of Checkup, proudly presented by Endeavor Indonesia. It is a digital platform, so it's online, that helps young Indonesians to provide critical thinking and challenge their problem-solving skills using real startup cases. So from all those entrepreneurs, how can we do it? We make people think big, think impact. Critical thinking is not just, I understand something, but it's synthesizing. I know something, you know something, what's next? Active communication. It's not about talking, it's about listening. And we provide that by creating this interactive discussion. 265 million, 50% internet penetration, and 120 million active internet users on mobile devices. It was only logical that online was the next go-to for e-learning. Our first prototype, we created with chat platform. You can imagine 10 people trying to discuss a business study using WhatsApp. Didn't work. But we had amazing volunteers, which when you ask them, why are you here? Oh, because Ravina asked me. But that's pretty much what it is. You start an idea and you try to develop it. The second part, we tried online discussion with Zoom, which is pretty much a video conference, but an elaborated form. And we have the help of the Endeavor Indonesia team, assisting students, moderating and facilitating through their business challenges. Checkup will not be where it is, except that these two helps for our com team. Anissa Zakira, a medical doctor, certified, whose interest in communications is just beyond. Caroline Penny, who's actually not in Indonesia, but was actually motivated as a brand strategist to help us out. This will not have happened if we were just a one-person team. You can check it out later on, of course. And of course, how did we engage with such amazing tutors? We have Prima Aprilia, our professional project manager, who has connected us with stellar entrepreneurs and professionals who want to give their time to help students learn. As you can see, there are Arlene from Pick Me Naturals, Pauline and Karen, who are sisters who are actually now creating Daily Well. There's Arangi from Clevio, Gali from Tokezi, and Della, the project manager, and Dewi from UKME. They give their time for trainings, learning the discussion, facilitating the discussion, and also evaluation, time after time after time. We started our first case study with Puyo Desserts. There was a offline prototype, and Adrian Agus, the CEO of Puyo Desserts, actually gave samples. You would be surprised at how many people actually didn't know about the product at all. He explained about how he was trying to expand his market. And of course, we had our unicorn, Bukalapak, and Mazaki was willing to share his stories, not only about his success, but also about his failures. And this line is just amazing. How you have to be a hero when you become an entrepreneur, but also because there's a lot of sacrifice involved before you actually achieve the greater good. And for this month, we're actually collaborating with Anton from The Good Step to create case studies based on his growth strategy. How did he create a brand, local brands, to become so known? When you go to Pacific Place, you would want to go to The Good Step. When you go to Pernahkah Anda, you would want to go to The Good Step. We've reached over 70 participants. 54% are students, the rest are fresh graduates, young professionals, or even someone my age who's thinking about jumping into the startup world. We've reached alumni from 34 different universities across 15 cities in Indonesia, Medan, Makassar, Kupang. These people will not have access to even meet with the entrepreneur. So they were able to do so, communicating, asking questions to our entrepreneurs. And surprisingly, there were actually only 36% business and management majors. The rest, there were psychologists, there were doctors, there were engineers, people who were studying law, but they were all so intrigued. How can I learn more about the business world, about the startup world? So regardless whether or not you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to become an intrapreneur, we would like to invite you to think big, think impact, and think like a high-impact entrepreneur. Thank you very much for your time.